What's up, Psychonetics? It's your boy Psycho coming at you with a fault video, and today we're going to be going over a personal build of mine that I've created based off of what my viewers have recommended and based off of items that I've found within the item shop after studying it for a little bit. Now, the builds in this game are subjected to the player and how they play their heroes, and also the order that these items are purchased in. The order that I'm going to be going over in the video is the order that I do personally when I am building Boris. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get on with the gameplay. Now, when it comes to Boris, the biggest thing is farming and getting those canisters. An underfarmed Boris is a dead Boris, which is why I want to start the build out with Storm Quiver. The reason why this item is so important early game is because it deals 375 true damage to target neutral, minion, or monsters and heals for 30% of that damage dealt. This allows getting red buff early game and even mana buff early game a whole lot easier, especially if you have a leash. What this will also help you with is getting rid of the little minion camps as well, just so that you can clear those and get those farms faster. The next item we're going to talk about is Plasma Blade. Now, this increases damage significantly and can be purchased very quickly. Now, what this does is gives you 40 physical power plus 0.5 per rank, with 40% attack speed and 5% lifesteal. But the biggest thing is the unique passive attached to it. So basic attacks will deal 6% of your target's current health as energy damage. So that also helps with farming, and that also helps with ganking lanes early game. I feel like it's a very important item to rush early game. These next two, some people might argue in my order of it, but the next one's going to be wraps, because that movement speed is very important and will save a lot of travel time between camps and also lanes for ganking. And you will also trade that for Boots of Hunt towards mid game as well. And we'll go over that here in a little bit. But it's going to be between wraps and Baleful Armor. Baleful Armor adds 510 health and 66 physical armor to your character as well. So when it comes to Boris, he's already a tank as is, and putting Baleful Armor as soon as possible can just make you extremely overwhelming, especially to more squishy characters like support and carries. The unique passive of Baleful Armor as well is extremely useful, not only for attacking enemy heroes, but also farming as well, because it does 3 times level energy damage per second to enemies within 400 units, and also has an active called Noxious Musk, which every second for 5 seconds, enemies within 600 units take 1% of your max health and energy damage. The next one we're going to talk about is AI Ammunition. Now, this one is more of your towards late game item, and you are going to hit very hard with it. It gives you 60 physical power plus 25% crit chance with 0.25% per rank. Now, the passive on it is the biggest thing. With pinpoint accuracy, you get an additional 30% crit damage. So at this point of the build with farms and canisters, you are hitting very fast, very hard. This is what's going to allow you to absolutely melt the more squishy roles, like the support and carry that we talked about earlier, as well as put in a lot of damage to tanks like Sevrog and Steel. Now, I'm not going to lie, at this point of the build, you're pretty much this unstoppable tank that's hitting ridiculously hard. But as the last item, the little cherry on top, I love to add Jar of Hearts for its reduced healing to target enemy for 4 seconds, as well as the stacks that charges on basic attacks for 40% lifesteal. And that's not including the 35 additional physical power that you're receiving, the 35% attack speed, and the 4% lifesteal. That's just the stats alone on Jar of Hearts. Now, I did almost forget Boots of the Hunt. This is something that you're going to trade the wraps for towards like mid game. It's not super expensive, but what it does is it gives you an additional 15% attack speed as well, with the 100 movement speed. So I think it's just a little bit more useful than just the wraps, but that is my personal opinion. So this build in the order that I gave you is what gave me the match to 31 kills and 3 deaths. It was a great match. No, I have not replicated that with the build, but I still absolutely destroy in team fights, and it has served me more wins than losses. It's my go-to build for Boris, and has honestly it has not failed me yet. The biggest thing is just farm, collect your stacks, and build up to those 4 canisters. At endgame, you're no longer even worried about farming for XP or coins. You're just doing it for the canister so that you get those buffs during every team fight or even small punishment. So that's it from me, Psychonetics. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think about the build in the comment section below. Are you going to use it? Do you have any tips for me? And please be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. You can catch me over on twitch.tv/Psychonetic, where we are playing Fault, and we'll also be playing Predecessor when that releases as well. Video on that coming soon. Psychonetics, have a great rest of your day. Psycho out.